Yeah, join me today on Making Chelsea Stand Proud as we take the first step, hopefully, to our 5th Carabao Cup final in a row, and we begin our defence of the FA Cup. It's a very warm welcome to episode 85 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you 2 games in, cup games at that. Manchester United in the Carabao Cup Semi Final first leg, and then we have a game against Wolves in the FA Cup third round. But since you were last with us, we have played 1 game. The transfer window has opened. We're now on the 7th of January. We played 1 game, that game against Aston Villa. We changed formation as well. We're just trying a formation out, which if you've watched my other series, To Be a Legend, that I was trying to think which series it was for a minute. To Be a Legend, you will know that we've been playing a particular formation, and it's this one. With the 2 central mids, sort of attacking midfielders central, and we've just given that a try. So just thought against some of these bigger sides, it might be worth us giving it a little bit of a go. We tried it out against Aston Villa. We didn't score a lot of goals. It's not a one that scores masses of goals, I have to say. But as you see, we did beat Aston Villa by 2-0. Fernandes after 35, Cucurella after 81. Kept them down to 5 shots, just 2 on target, 0.08 on the XG. But I think what is probably a little bit more telling, if we go into the data hub and look at the overall momentum, there you go. That tells a story. Aston Villa never really had a look in. How that would work against a bigger side, that is what we possibly will find out today on today's episode. But that win against Aston Villa leaves us like this in the table. We are top still, 57 points, 6 points clear of Manchester City in second. We are 14 points clear of Liverpool, who are in third place, having played 22 games as well. And then comes Arsenal. They've played 1. They've got 1 game in hand. They're on 35 points. Then Manchester United, today's first opponents, albeit in the cup match, having played 20 games on 34. Newcastle in 6th on 34. Then comes Southampton 7th on 34. And then Tottenham just outside the European places at the moment, also on 34 points. And then still in the drop zone, Fulham, Aston Villa and West Ham, albeit I think West Ham have picked up another win, beating Norwich 5-3 possibly. Norwich, of course, just sitting above that drop zone as well, which makes life very, very interesting. But today we focus on cup matches specifically. First up, of course, Manchester United at home, because that's how the draw came out. We'd have probably preferred it the other way around, but we just need to make sure we've got a decent cushion going up to Old Trafford. If you look at past meetings, 8 meetings we've had. We've won 3, lost 2, drawn 3. And recently, as you'll see, at Old Trafford, we haven't actually beaten them at Old Trafford, which is a bit of a disconcerting. We've drawn, lost, drawn, albeit we won it on penalties. That in the quarter-final of this competition a couple of seasons back now. Then lost 2-1 the last time that we met them. So if it had been that had been the case... last season we'd have ended up with a 4-4 on the on aggregate between the two. So it's always reasonably tight affairs, albeit we do seem to be doing them all right here at Stamford Bridge, but we seem to struggle against them at Old Trafford. So that's where the new formation may deploy itself quite significantly. Fingers crossed anyway. Second game of the episode is Wolves. We'll play Wolves again, this time at Molineux. Played him. I say it's at Molineux. It's not. Is it at Molineux? Actually, no, it's not. It's at home. It's at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup. And we haven't ever played them in a cup. We've played them in the Premier League. Currently 7 matches played, 4-1. Only lost once against them. That was at Molineux season or so back. But since then, we seem to have had a decent run of results. So it's the FA Cup. What more can you say, really? Right, let's get on with the episode, get into the games, get into the highlights, etc., and go and have a look at the team that will face Manchester United in the Carabao Cup first leg, which, don't forget, we want to get through to the final for the 5th season in a row, but not only the final, to actually win it for the 5th season in a row. Well, I need to make one apology and a correction. The apology is I thought we'd been in 5. We won it 4 times so far. It's not true. We are in the 5th. Potentially, if we get through, we could get into the 5th final in a row. But we've only won it the last 3 times. So this would be the 4th time in a row. If we were to get through to the final and win it, it would be the 4th time, not the 5th time. We lost to Liverpool on the occasion prior to that. Right. The team then that will face Manchester United in this first one, just one other thing to note is that Birmingham are leading Brentford by a 1-0 in the other semi-final that's going on. Right. I need to just make one change because I've just noticed Cucurella has picked up an injury. He's out for a few days. And I need to have a look and see who we've got. I think Atto Ampar can play out there. So he is going to make a rare appearance. Oh, we can't play him. He's already played today. That's messed that up then, isn't it? Defensive left-sided player. We are lacking, aren't we? Harvey Vale. We might have to put him on the bench just as a safe gap. We'll have to sort him out with a number in a minute as well. So he gets a chance on the bench. So the team looks like this then. Maganin in goal. Rice, Timber and Fofana as the defensive back 3. Chilwell, Fernandes, Cant and James make up the across the midfield. We have Havertz and Mount in front of them, sitting behind Rodrigo, who leads the attack today. Karnasechi, Vale, Savic, Barbosa, Koulibaly, Kovacic, Tell, Garcia and Dewsbury Hall on the bench. I am thinking we do have... I'm sure we've got a right-sided that can play. Have we not? Or am I dreaming this? I think I must be dreaming it. He must be dreaming it, Mark. Yeah. So we are lacking at the back there. We do need a bit of cover where we've got an injury. We've got no discernible backup in that particular area. So yeah, a bit of a tricky that one. We've got a number of players that can play on that right side. I don't think James can play over there, can he? Jurgen Timber, that's who we can play over there. So it could be that we have a juggle around and Jurgen Timber goes and plays in there, and we end up with another central mid to go in to replace him. We'll see anyway how the game progresses as we get on. But that is the team that will face Manchester United. And this is how the two sides match up, playing this flat back 3 today to see how we get on. And they're playing a 4-3-3. Confirmation of the teams. First highlight 12 minutes in. And it's James to Fofana. Cante back to Fofana. Timber comes forward. Has Chilwell outside. Chilwell crosses it in. And I think that was Mason Mount heading over the top. Glancing header, but just over. Mount trying to get that ball through. Oh, Enzo's going to get sent off. Ah, dear. Not quite 15 minutes on the clock, and that was a very rash tackle by Fernandes, and no hesitation from the referee to Chris Lawrence to give him a red. And, well, with with that red card for Fernandes, that was a really poor and terrible tackle. We don't really want to see it again, but that is poor. So Fernandes is off. We've moved Mount back into our central mid, keeping the same formation. Just means we haven't got so many attackers, which could cause a little bit of a problem. But Mount is on a box-to-box midfielder thing at the minute. It may be that what we might have to do is turn him to a Mazzala on attack and then just switch these two around. In fact, we'll just see how we go for a little bit. Habit stays in that shadow striker role. Rodrigo up front as the advanced forward, and Cante is changed to a deep line playmaker. And Manchester United coming forward. Daylocked inside to Sancho. Sancho has been tackled, crossed in. Oof! Off. What happened there? Question of whether it was a foul in the box. Chris Lawrence has gone over. VAR looking at it. No penalty. Calm down, says Chris Lawrence. Just outside, I think. And Manchester United swing it in. It's Havertz heads it clear. Cante brings it down nicely. Good bit of play. And Yaron Timber, we've just changed it, as I said we possibly would do up front. Chilwell comes forward, cross that ball in. Goalkeeper punches it out. Casemiro over the top, and David is clear. He's round the goalkeeper, and he's put it away. We're a goal down. Jonathan David, 14th goal of the season. And their numbers are stacking up against us, caused us all sorts of problems. And that all stemmed from a crossing, goalkeeper punching out Erga Khan. And that long ball to David, outstripping Timber in the middle. And he's gone round. Timber's got in the way of the goalkeeper. And it's 1-0. And no more highlights. Half time comes. And that sending off of Fernandes after 15 minutes has done us no good whatsoever. Manchester United 3 shots, just the one on target, the goal, 0.61. We've had 4 shots, nothing on target, 0.34. We've had 61% of the possession though, and should have got something from that. And the sending off has forced us to change at half time, change our formation, and hopefully it will stand us in good stead. We've had to go to our conventional 4-2-3-1, of course, without any central midfielder in attack because of that sending off. But so we've changed it around slightly. Timber's moved into that central midfielder as a deep line playmaker and defend. Cante alongside him. Mount and Rodrigo go wide. Havertz is up front, and then Chilwell, Rice, Fofana and James are our defensive line. And now with 47 minutes on the clock, Cante has picked up an injury. Let's hope it's not too big an injury. Potential knee injury could be. It could be. He could be out for a while. We'll bring on Savic, I think, for him. And that's a change that we didn't want to make at this stage of the game. But Milinkovic-Savic comes on in place of Cante. And Manchester United with a throw-in, a long throw. Rice heads it out. Rodrigo. Fofana. Back to Maganan. Chilwell as we come away with the ball. Mount, who's turned but lost the ball in the turn. Not having the ball under control. And Manchester United come forward again. Rashford on that far side. It's tackled. No penalty given. Oh, flashed it over the top in the end. Rice, goal kick. Chilwell. Chilwell comes forward. Chilwell has support in Savic. Mount on the edge of the area, tries to cut it back. Ooh, and we lost out there. Chilwell, Savic. And he has a pop, but it's a poor pop at that. And with 70 minutes on the clock, making a couple of changes. Mason Mount is off. He's not having a good day. We've put Matthias Tell out on the left. He's favoured position. And we've also taken off Reece James, who could only play 75 minutes anyway. So we've taken him off. And Eric Garcia comes on to replace him. We have the ability to make a couple more changes. And we have one change stop to go. We have a free kick just outside the penalty area. Matthias Tell over the ball. Oh, he's come off the woodwork and it's cleared. And with nearly 75 minutes on the clock, making our final two changes, it's central midfield. Dewsbury Hall has come on for Timber, Yaran Timber. And we have also taken off Rodrigo on the right-hand side. And Gabriel Barbosa comes on for him in our quest to see if we can get that goal back. We're only a goal behind. Realistically, could do with a bare minimum of a draw to take to Old Trafford. Manchester United with a corner. It's swung in. It's sort of cleared, and Maganan picks the ball up. Referee. Oh, whether there was a penalty there. Oh, no. And not quite sure what happened. But Rashford sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and they've got a 2-0 lead in the second minute of injury time. And, well, another free kick. It's been headed out. Rashford. Matthias Tell wins that ball, comes forward. Need to be trying to get something back here. But he's all the way back to Maganan. Chilwell. Havertz. Barbosa back to Havertz. Havertz takes a shot and saved by Erga Khan. Goes out for a throw in this side. We didn't see the corner. Or was it a goal kick? That's the question. He might have been offside. Havertz, I guess. And they're using up the time. There is no more time. We're not going to get back in this game at all. Matthias Tell. Dewsbury Hall. Tell. Finds Savic to goes out to Garcia. Garcia loses it. He wins it back. It's all over though, and we've lost this one 2-0. It's a long while since we've lost at Stamford Bridge, and it's a long time since we've lost in the Carabao Cup. We've got it all to do at Old Trafford, and my head is thinking it ain't gonna happen. Erga Khan having a great game, player of the match game, kept us out. We've had a very, very poor day at the office. Only a few players so much as showing any inkling of doing anything. That, combined with a sending off, didn't help. 12 shots, 2 on target, 1.31, 56% of the possession. They had 11 shots, 3 on target. They weren't massively better than us. And if we'd been full complement on the pitch, I think we could have probably beaten them. 1.88 on the XG, 44% of the possession. Very poor. Well, no, only bad news about that result. We also have bad news. Cant is out for 5 to 7 weeks with a sprained knee ligament. That is, it's not good. It's not good. Might give somebody else an opportunity though, but that isn't good. Fernandes will be receiving end of automatic 1-match ban off being sent off against Manchester United. The ban will apply to all domestic competitions. Therefore, he will miss the Premier League game against Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur. Does that mean he can play in the return leg? That seems a bit mad. Yeah, that does seem a bit mad, but we'll leave it at that. And well, what else can we say? And what is even more annoying, in the last match, if you look at the data hub, you'll see that we had quite a bit of the game. Certainly in the first half, didn't deserve to go that goal behind, even though we were down to 10 men. They were a bit more prevalent in the second half, but they still didn't have all their own way. And so even more reason why we should make sure we go all out in the second leg. I did say the transfer window has opened. There's a lot of activities. You'll see players being offered contracts and mainly loans. But the big one that we are sitting on at the moment is Declan Rice. Bayern Munich definitely want him. They've made every single effort. We've pushed the price up. At the moment, we've got 80 million up front, 50 million over the next 2 years, and then an amount of money, about 16 million over the next 20 games, one way or another, and 50% of the next sale as well. So looks like Declan Rice might be on the way out. The only thing to say on that is we will need to replace him, because he is a quite a player. When you look at him, he can cover pretty much midfield, defensive midfield, and in defence. And there aren't many players around that play in those positions. So that is our task, is to find a replacement for him. May end up having to bring in 2 players to replace the 1 player, which seems a bit bonkers, really. But we'll look at it at the moment and see what we can do. But at the moment, Declan Rice could be on the way out. We paid 35 million from West Ham for him. No, he's gone to Arsenal in real life, but he could be on his way to Bayern Munich in this sphere and make Bayern Munich even better still. Does that mean that we won't win the Champions League because we've just made Bayern Munich better? Maybe we'll cancel the deal. We'll see. Right, let's get on with the episode. Our second game of the episode, it's against Wolves in our FA Cup third round tie. As we said really early on, we have played Wolves 7 times, only lost to them the once, that at Molineux as well. But today we are at Stamford Bridge and hoping for a better result than we got against Manchester United. And this is the side that will face Wolves in this Emirates FA Cup third round tie. Magnan in goal, reverted to our 4-2-3-1, as you will see. Magnan in goal, Chilwell, Timber, Fofana and James are defensive line. Mount and Kovacic in central midfield. Sterling, Dewsbury Hall and Koeman are attacking midfield. Mateus Tell gets a nod up front. Havertz is on the bench. Karnasecki, Cucurella, Otavio, Havertz, Koulibaly, Milinkovic, Savic, Barbosa, Garcia and Rodrigo. No reason other than Declan Rice has got a cold and we've sent him home, which is why he's not playing today. So nothing to do with the impending transfer. We noted that Cant is out for about 7 weeks, and Fernandes, of course, is suspended due to his sending off in the previous game in the Carabao Cup. And this is how the two sides match up. They're playing a 4-3-3 with the defensive midfielder, and they have Chevalier in goal. Atenua, Kilman, Dajalo and Semedo are the defensive line. Moncalia is the defensive midfielder. Pasalic and Willock are in midfield in the midfield roles. Zerbin and Neto as the wide players. Geddes is up front. On the bench we have Butland, Johnny, Fofana, Seko Fofana, Jimenez, Reniardo, Marza, Bert Whistle, Azimadozic and Reese. And Andre Villas-Boas is the manager at Wolves currently. Confirmation of those two teams for you. First highlight, 5 minutes in. It's a throw in to ourselves. Mount, Chilwell. Chilwell with a throw in. Of course, defending the FA Cup as we are the Carabao Cup. Kovacic, Dewsbury Hall goes out wide to Koeman. Koeman crosses it, looking for the run of Mason Mount, but it was cut out by the defender. Defender being Moncalia. But we've won the ball back. Koeman, James loses out to the defender, and we've got to go through all the business of winning that again. That was headed, I don't know who headed that. It was Chilwell, I think, headed it into crossed in. Oh, he brought it down and he scored. And for the second game running, we go behind, both in cup matches. And we're 7 minutes and we are a goal behind. This isn't good, is it? And they have a free kick. Neto with the free kick. It's another goal. This time might be disallowed. Quite sure what for. But if it is, we will accept it. No, it's been given. It's 2-0. And we go 2 behind. Dearie me. See it again now. There's the line. No, he was onside. Chevalier with a goal kick. 2-0 down, and twice in a row we are in... suddenly hit the destruct button here. What's going on? Come on, boys. Mateus Tell through to Koeman. Koeman finds Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall has... That's gone over the top for a corner. Chilwell with the corner. Swung in. It come back out. Kovacic. Kovacic to James. James finds Mount. Mount to James. Back to Fofana. Kovacic. Kovacic pushes it out wide to Chilwell. Chilwell crosses it in. It's gone in. And it was an own goal by the goalkeeper. We'll see it from the other angle. And we've got one back after 16 minutes. Or it might be 17 minutes, actually. Oh, dear. Dewsbury Hall causing havoc, really. Throw in on that far side. Chilwell. As it goes back. Who's that out there? It is Dewsbury Hall, who's having a good game again. Fofana finds James. Kovacic. Kovacic to Koeman. James. James comes forward. Tries to put that through. It's gone through to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall inside to Koeman. And Mateus Tell straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. No more highlights in that first half. And the first half comes to an end. We are in 2 goals behind after 12 minutes, which doesn't do very good. Wolves 6 shots, 2 of those on target, which was the 2 that they scored, 0.53, 44% of the possession. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target, not put any of them away. It's only by virtue of that own goal by the goalkeeper that got us back in it after 16 minutes. 0.82 on the XG, 56% of the possession. We've got to be better in this second half. Mount and Kovacic both picking up bookings as well. And the first highlight of the second half, 50 minutes on the clock. Cross comes in. Oh, just wide from Mateus Tell. Semedo with a throw-in for Wolves. Finds Geddes. Geddes runs. Why? And it's gone over the top and saved for a corner by the looks of it. Wolves with the corner. Neto. Pedro Neto. Swings it in, and they've got a third, and we are going out of the FA Cup, boys and girls. This is going downhill, this episode, very, very quickly. Neto with the corner, and for once we've not defended the corner well, and Maganan is having a right old hoolie. We are going to substitute our goalkeeper. He is in absolutely abysmal form. Carnasecchi can come on for him. Raheem Sterling, he can come off. We can bring Kai Havertz on. Need to get something going here. Ben Chilwell's not having a good one either. We'll get Tim off and bring on Marc Cucurella. So 3 changes we're making with 57 minutes on the clock. Early changes. Mike Magnan off. Carnasecchi on. Ben Chilwell is off. And we brought Cucurella on. And we've also, I mean, the defence is... Reece James is having a pants game as well out there. Yaron Timber, I'm thinking move him out there. Let's take James off while we're at it as well. And we'll bring on Koulibaly in central defence there. Right, 4 changes then. Leaves us with 1 change left to do. Yaron Timber with a throw in to Koeman. Koeman back to Yaron Timber. Yaron Timber puts the ball through. Didn't find anybody. Kovacic. to Koeman, who's tackled, and they've gone away with the ball again. And we're all at 6s and 7s here. Cut out by Cucurella, though. Koeman, looking for a bit of space, tries to thread it through Dewsbury Hall. Cross it in. Havertz is there. Havertz puts away his 32nd of the game, and that's what we've been missing. Kai Havertz up front, obviously. It's 3-2. Good game to win. But we've been poor. Shipped 3 goals in the FA Cup. They have a corner now and they score from the last one, but Fofana there to stop this one. Havertz comes forward, but he's lost out to Neto, who was tracking back. And not quite sure what went on there, but they're on us again. It's crossed in. It's come off the woodwork this time. Cucurella clears to Tell. Tell comes forward. He's still got the ball. Thought he was going to lose out there for a minute. Are we going to counter them? Cross ball. Havertz heads it down. Looking for somebody there and nobody there. 76 minutes on the clock. Cucurella to Tell. Tell finds Koulibaly. Kovacic. Mount. Fofana. I need to get back on level terms. Yaron Timber. Dewsbury Hall finds Koeman. Koeman puts it away. His 6th of the season. It's 3-3 with 77 minutes on the clock. See it again. Fofana. Timber. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall finds a run of Koeman. Koeman just steadies himself and plants it in the net. And for our final change with nearly 78 minutes on the clock, we've taken off Kovacic and we have brought on Savic. We're leaving Mount on. Mount is tired, but we're leaving him on mainly because if it does go to penalties, which it's got a likelihood to do, then obviously what we do want to do is we want Mount on the pitch for the penalties. Carnasecchi with the free kick. Koulibaly finds Havertz. He's put it in the back of the net. Question of whether he was offside or not. And it's going to review. And it's been disallowed. Won't count. And we haven't gone in front. Would have been his 33rd of the season. Yeah, he just stepped out. He had the run on the defender as well. But 5 minutes of injury time. Mount with the corner. Swung in. It's gone over the top. Cucurella with a free kick. Mason Mount. Mount tries to thread it through. It's headed back to the goalkeeper. And the highlight continues. Long ball. Mount. Savic. Timber. Yaron Timber loses that ball. Very, very sort of lax. And Wolves score again here. We're in trouble. That long ball through it. Neto's in. Oh, he's hit the post. Inside of the post. Came back out. Dewsbury Hall through to Matthias Tell. Matthias Tell's not got enough oomph left in him to thingy that. It's cut out by Mount. Mount through. Dewsbury Hall finds Savic. Goes all the way back to Carnasecchi. In the last minute of added on time. Koulibaly. Savic to Koeman. And a save by Chevalier, but it might have been offside. And Chevalier running the time down. It's all over. And I think it's gone to a replay, which I wasn't expecting, to be fair. 3-3 then, the final score. And I think we've got away with this by the skin of our teeth. 2 down after 12. Got one back after 16 through an own goal from the goalkeeper. But Palicic getting a goal after 57, making it 3-1. Brought Kai Havertz on. Kai Havertz getting one on 72. 5 minutes later, Kingsley Koeman making it 3-3. We just couldn't find. We were getting tired. Couldn't find a way through. We've ended up with 16 shots, 6 on target, 2.35, 53% of the possession. Should have won it. 14 shots, 6 on target for Wolves. 1.57 go to Molineux. Last time we played at Molineux, we lost. 47% of the possession. We need to be better in the replay. Well, interestingly, the FA Cup third round replay is some way down here. I'm pretty sure fourth round will be played in here somewhere before we get there. The draw for that we will see at the start of the next episode because simply haven't got time today Yeah, we are in that a third round replay at Molineux against Wolves down here, sandwiched in after our Champions League phase matches. So we're going to come back for the second leg of the Carabao Cup. We are 2-0 down after the first leg. Poor episode all told today. We just didn't seem to figure it out at all, whichever formation we played. That will be followed by a local derby against Tottenham, who we played earlier in the season. I think we beat them earlier in the season, if my memory serves me right. We just checked now. We didn't. We drew 1-1 with them earlier in the season at Stamford Bridge. So in order to get bragging rights, we need to beat them in the next episode. That's what's coming up. Manchester United and Tottenham in the next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Chelsea Stands Proud, To Be a Legend, and new series as we release them. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud are currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's out on Friday, episode 86. And let's hope it's a better episode. Till then, goodbye.